Well, I'm back, and I'm afraid the audio isn't back yet. There's one more video here of silence, I'm afraid, but this is the episode where I accidentally break the game. You won't see the consequences of it until next video, but this is where things go off the rails. So now we actually have the plot of the game being explained to us, finally. All those little spider statue pieces that I've been collecting forever are all coming together. I have to go find a few more, and then once I have that, I get to fight the big boss, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, don't really care about this flame sword stuff. Just let's get on with it. Okay, so here's the actual quest. I'm supposed to go back to that same place that I was last time and find yet more drow. I couldn't have done this all at the same time, of course. I had to double back, go back again. We're just going to skip straight to it and right into the room. Over there is where I get into the spider caverns, but next to this waterfall, I can just go down. Now that gate behind him is locked if I found my way in here before I was given this quest. And for something that you'd expect to be a big complicated maze, it's not. It's 3 chambers and some underground dungeon cells. There's not even anything particularly super tricky going on here. Yeah, stuff in Elvish written. They gave you a translation for the previous scroll, but not for that. Go figure. Clear out these guys. Now, the goal of this quest is to kill the 2 high priestesses that are here and take their spider statue piece, and that's it. In fact, I think technically you could probably just take their spider statue piece and walk away. There's a pair of switches. I missed one earlier, but the pair of switches unlocks the door to the main temple area. I keep expecting something more from this place, but it's really straightforward. Yeah, a secret passage just opened up, letting a bunch of orcs out. But they're not really that tough at this point, so... Okay. Just have to double back for the switch. There we go. The rest area in here, there's supposed to be an ambush, but they don't really seem to do much, as you'll see in a moment. Oh, they teleported in behind me. There they are, just kind of walking around aimlessly on the far right. You can just barely make them out. These guys might be relatively high level compared to me. It does take a lot of wax to get them. Well, that's just not helping. Yeah, when you just can't reach them, it's best to walk away and then come back and see if you can hit them again later. Okay. Finally, the main chamber of the temple. I don't know why I keep collecting gold. There's no point to it for me anymore. Now, I got a bit nervous here in a moment. I have been referencing a walkthrough more for, okay, what am I generally supposed to be doing next than anything else? And I knew that this area was supposed to link into an area where that would be for the next quest. So I thought, uh-oh, I just stumbled into it. Well, actually, that was the exit from the end of this area. But at least it gave me an opportunity where a bunch more enemies spawned, and I can kill them for my XP. There we go. Found the illusionary wall with a switch because it was in the logical place. Because I've grown way too used to this game's tendency for hiding illusionary walls. Alright, now, these lead down to the dungeon cells. And frankly, it feels kind of incomplete down here. They're mainly empty. There's one person, and it'll be essentially the second to last cell I open, where I've got anything to do with them. I'm not going to bother fighting a troll because I can't kill him. I can't even use the wand of fireballs to get him. In regular D&D, you'd expect there to be some oil or something like that where you could throw it at them to burn them, but no luck here. So if you don't have access to fire attacks, you just have to walk away. There's a secret passage in that cell, an illusionary wall at the back side. Just links up with the other side, and also gets you to access to the spider piece, but we'll get to that once we finish exploring all the cells. I keep checking, thinking, oh, there has to be something more to this place. There isn't. It's all empty. Like I said, it really feels half finished. Which I guess is an improvement over the rest of the game, which feels more like 1/4 finished. There's that troll that I can't kill, but he's just going to stand there walking back and forth. There's a lot more trolls in this region of the game. If I had acid, that could work on trolls as well. Taking it slow so I don't get the falling damage from running down the slope. Okay. Yeah, I recognize this spot as a kind of a mirror of the other one immediately, so it's essentially just let me pop open each cell, make sure I'm not triggering anything, and then move on to the next. Okay. What? I didn't see anybody in this cell. Who's talking to me? Of course, the last cell on the left depends kind of on orientation. Who's left? Was it from when I was standing at the corner? That's the last cell on the left as I leave her cell. So now I'm double checking everything here, going, well, okay, it has to be the last one somewhere. There it is. That gets me into this spot. That would be the exit back to the temple I just ran past. You can see it just took me back outside there, to the far side of that. And this looks like it's going to be something awesome and important. Care to guess what it turns out to be? If you said nothing, congratulations. There's our spider piece. She runs off into the lava and it manages to kill her, robbing me of my precious XP. Jumped across to try to get a swing on her, and she died right when I got over there. We don't want that mage hanging out up there. Those guys are jerks. We've got a giant glass wall surrounding this area with nothing in it. Look at how at that amazing majesty of nothing down there. I'm gonna go upstairs and take out that mage and the guys who are taking pot shots from up here, although they're not really useful. I thought that it was possible that these guys would talk just because they were kind of standing there looking at me as I walked in. Just turns out their AI isn't working. Alright, there's just the door in the basement to check out now, and we're done. So who's Tom? Well, we don't want to flip a switch that's for the last resort. We don't know what it is. And adult red dragon, except there's nothing in here. I tried talking to the little things here without much luck. I don't want to attack anything because if I can get this thing to trigger, I'm sure it has a conversation. Apparently there are supposed to be baby dragons somewhere. Which are what those little things out there flapping around are. Well, without knowing what else to do, I come back here and I throw the switch. And I decide to kill all these guys. They're inherently evil. They deserve to die. There we go. I don't know how they got their victims in here past the dragon, but I guess they must have. They probably waited until the dragon despawned and then took the victims in. Presumably, dealing with the dragon gets you the key to that, or is supposed to. Who knows if it's just what happened to me this time, or if it's broken altogether. When I came back here, and shocking twist, I've come back here, the dragon wasn't in this room anyways, so. And are you ready for the moment when the game shatters? There it is. I have just broken the game. I realized as soon as I stepped in here, oh, this is the area where I'm supposed to not go to yet. So, I pop out the door, come back, and head for the exit. Next time, we're going to hit the worst dungeon section of the game, and things get crazy.